6 pounds, 6 pounds, 6 ounces. 6 pounds, 7 ounces. Yeah.
And then he went home at 6 pounds.
Went home at 6 pounds and
Working hard to eat.
regained it in just a couple days. Yeah. 97th percentile for his head.
So I mean, he's got a big head.
A lot of brains in there. He'll never understand it until he has his own. It's amazing, and we love him a lot.
I see Logan more so, big blue eyes and really nice long eyelashes, which every girl wishes we had. And then he definitely has my head. It's huge, and I also have a very large head. And maybe my lips, but otherwise I think he's his dad.
We were trying for, I don't know, probably close to 18 months at that point. Not real intensely and not stressing about it, just hopeful that we would have a baby in God's time.
I thought I was maybe pregnant, and so I took a pregnancy test, and then Logan and I actually went out for dinner. And as we were walking into Del Lago, I just told him I was pregnant. And he was like, really? I was like, yeah, absolutely. So it was really fun to go there right away, and kind of fun. Next time I think I would find out with him, but it was really fun to find out and then be able to surprise him. We walked into, what was the place? Del Lago at the Broadmoor, and Grace told me she was pregnant, and I was shocked, a little bit of disbelief, but it didn't really settle in until probably months later. But we had a great dinner, and it was just really special. I knew I always wanted to be a mom, but I didn't know what that would look like or what it would feel like. So it was really fun to find out and then just think through what's it going to be like to be a mom, what's it going to look like to be a mom with Logan as a dad. Is it going to be a boy or girl? Because we waited to find out. I knew that there was going to be a surprise for a while.
A little surreal. Again, that disbelief was still there until probably 6 or 7 months. Grace didn't show very much until much later in the pregnancy, but it was fun to go to every doctor's appointment and watch him grow and just listen to the heartbeat. That always made me emotional. And we got one ultrasound, I think, at 19 weeks, and so it was really special to see that he was already well formed, and to just kind of take that image and keep sending that through over the next the course of the next 7-8 months. So that was, or 6 months or so. I kept making sure that I wouldn't see something that would reveal the gender. I mean, that was really, for us, we were so excited to wait, and but to just try to see some facial expressions or any resemblance of myself and him or Grace. We were kind of looking for that, but he was shy and hidden in the ultrasound, so we only got a glimpse of partial nose, I think, and that was it. But it was exciting nonetheless to know that he was well formed in her already.
Felt really good, and he was easy on me, which I'm thankful for. Did lots of adventures, went to the Grand Canyon, which was fun. Went rafting while 7 months pregnant.
First time you felt a kid?
I was in the Grand Canyon going over a rapid, and it was crazy.
What did it feel like?
It finally felt, I would say, real, knowing that there was a baby growing inside me. We were walking down the stairs from dinner, leaving, and my water broke, and then we went home, slept through the night, didn't have that many contractions, then went to the hospital in the morning and had him, 36 hours after my water broke, give or take.
We were out at dinner at Pizzeria Rustica upstairs, and her water broke there as we were getting ready to head out, and then we knew at that point, clock's ticking, and so we went home. We felt like we had time, and got a great night's sleep. Woke up the next morning early, and went ahead and went into the hospital. I think at about 7 that morning, and just kind of settled into the process and excited to see what the next several hours would unfold, and it ended up taking almost 24 hours at that point. I think it took about 20 hours, maybe a little less, before she actually gave birth.
Went in thinking that I'll have this baby naturally, like ready to go, and had a C-section, and he came out healthy and I was healthy, and that's all I could ask for.
There wasn't much fear at all. It was, you know, we had so much time in the hospital. We were so well taken care of. The nurses were total angels. The doctors were great. Dr. Stoquain was just incredible. And so when we were kind of working through our plan and starting to see, maybe this isn't going to work quite the way we had thought, we just felt comfortable and we felt at total peace going through each step of the way. And so when we found out that yes, we would have to have a C-section, it was like, okay, here we go. This is the next step, and we're going to do it, and everything's going to be fine. And it was just, we were at total peace, kind of praying through the whole time, and I think that was really where the peace came from.
But it was fun to see, like at the end when we actually were able to hold him and finally meet him, just how the last 36 hours didn't matter. It just, we were so happy to have him there, and I was so relieved that he was great and I was great. So it was really, really fun to just, I think, experience that process and just know that at the end of the day, all I wanted was him in my arms. I didn't know, I had no inclination as to like what he was. I still say it, what he was. But it just like instantly became real, and we have a Brantley because we knew our names going in. And it was fun to just like instantly, I think, have a connection. Not that it felt like we had known him for like a while, which was cool. It was really amazing. I think also a little bit overwhelming, just that, hey, this is it for life. Like Brantley will be here, you know, forever. He will always be our son. And then I think maybe it was the next night when we were in the hospital, so after he had been born, he was just asleep on my chest, and just, I'm not a super emotional person, but I just was crying so happy that he was here, and it felt like very real, like, oh, I'm a mom now. This is great. Let's do this. It
was just overwhelming emotion. I can kind of cry thinking about it now, but just, I've used the word now a couple times, but disbelief. Just so excited and just felt overwhelming joy, and and what a blessing he was. We had waited so long, adding on the 18 months of trying before. Although that time wasn't stressful, we were expectant. We were thinking, okay, this is gonna happen a lot sooner than we thought, and it didn't. And so just kind of all that time leading up to that point of holding him was totally overwhelming and totally amazing. I never thought that I would have like a nurturing capacity, just because that's not really how I've been like my whole life. And I think when Brantley was born, it felt like this switch flipped a little bit. Not as in I knew what I was doing or that I knew what to expect, but just it felt like very natural to have him, and it's felt that way since. Not that it hasn't been hard, but it's been amazing. My heart is a lot bigger than I expected, or just like I have a whole new capacity, I feel like, to love in general, and especially him. The first night was pretty, like, he cried a ton, and that morning, or the next morning, I guess, I felt like I woke up with like a game plan of like, we will make this work. This will be a great thing. And Logan and I were just talking about, it felt like we like went through like the inaugural battle as parents the night before, because we were both awake and he was fussy, and I knew that still was nothing compared to kind of what's to come. Not as in you're like expecting it to be horrible the rest of his life, but just like we're in this together. It was like a good affirmation of that in a really small way. Pretty chill. He's really like mellow, which I think, I mean, you never know. This is our first time having a baby, so who knows? But
it feels like he'll be similar to Logan in that, because that is Logan's personality.
Funny moments. I mean, us figuring out parenthood, that is a riot in and of itself. You know, changing diapers to dealing with, you know, spit up to, you know, waking up in the middle of the night and trying something new. If somebody were watching us from the outside, you know, they would probably say, oh, look at those brand new parents struggling to find their way and figure things out.
When we were in Hawaii, we recently took him to Maui, and we gave him a bath or a shower with us, and he, only because we were laughing so hard, he like loves the shower, and then all of a sudden he just started throwing up and pooping all over while I'm standing there in the shower with Logan, holding Brantley. And it was just really, I don't know, it was like this adventures of parenthood.
Just holding him, and he's just at total peace in the shower, enjoying the warm water, and then diarrhea all over the place. It just, it was too perfect. And then we get ready to get him out, and Grace is saying, all right, well, we better get him out now before it happens again. And not a half second after she says that, really loud fart and more poop. I mean, just hilarious. And it's, I think only to a parent they can, you know, relate and maybe enjoy that story a little bit. But that was just, to that point, I think a culmination of our parenthood up to that point. It's just awesome. I mean, and we can sit and laugh and know that that's perfect. There's really no part of any of this parenthood at this point that we haven't absolutely loved. Brantley got his first round of shots today. That wasn't enjoyable to watch him feel the pain. You know, we wanted to take on the pain for him, but you know, he needs those. But just every bit of it has just been incredible.
He has a whole new capacity, I feel like, he's always been loving, he's always been super caring, and he has been incredibly, his capacity to do that has expanded for Brantley and then also for me. And I think especially it was fun to see that, like, through the labor process and through the process of having like Brantley in the hospital. And we left the hospital and I realized, like, oh, I didn't even change a diaper. This was really great. Which is a little thing, but it was just like he was very eager to jump in and just like was looking for every opportunity to love me and love Brantley, and it was really fun to see that. It's the best thing. I would have more babies so I could watch him be a dad. And I would like to be a mom somewhere. Grace has
transformed overnight. I mean, and I say that in a way that she wasn't one person and then has become a totally different person, but in a way she has. I never imagined that she would be as incredible of a mom as she is. She has opened up this new level of love and joy in her life, and is so apparent to me, and I think to everybody else. It's awesome to watch, and I think it's blossoming every day, and you know, I'm a proud husband and obviously a proud father, and watching her, you know, grow in that is so rewarding. Hope that he grows up to be a godly man and courageous and brave and confident and very respectful of women, of his mom, of me, and his future wife. To be a really good man that loves people well and loves Jesus.